So you'll have to forgive me because I've never done a video like this before, and I'm also getting over a sore throat and a cold, so sorry, bear with. So for Christmas, Jack got a Kurio SmartWatch, which I was very lucky enough to win through a Twitter party, and it is something that he told Santa that he wanted for Christmas, and we were just money obviously was quite tight, so we were quite thankful that we actually won it, and he absolutely loved it when he opened it. So we've had a bit of a play around, we've set it all up, and so I thought I would just let you guys know what we thought of the watch, and if there was anything that obviously we weren't quite sure on. So yeah, let's get started. When you first turn on the watch, you go through a whole setup procedure, and you do the date and time and everything. And we've chosen, you get to choose a different interface. So Jack chose the Transformers, which is quite cool. You can have it so it's literally just a watch, and then you just slide across, and then you go through the category interface, and you've got lots of different apps. So one of his favourite ones are the games, and it's my favourite, Snake. That's pretty cool. We've been able to have lots of fun playing with that. Another one is called Pirates Battle, which is quite fun. One of the biggest features that I liked about the watch, when I looked into getting them through at the Twitter party, was you can connect to an Android phone. So me and Mark, we both have Androids. We're not Apple people, so it was nice to find something that we could connect with our phones, so we can keep in contact with them if needs be. So I've been trying for the past 10 minutes on hooking up the phone with the watch, and I must admit I'm struggling. I've set up, it connects via Bluetooth, which is fun. You know, it's there so you can swap and share different things. You can transfer music across. You can call on the watch as well. So we've just phoned up Daddy, he's at work, and I have noticed it uses my phone to call. So whether that's something that we haven't set up properly, though thinking about it, how can it phone on its own, because there's no SIM card or anything in there, so that could just be it. But that was quite, you know, when he phoned up his dad, and it's like, hang on a minute, my phone's calling. We have also set up the messaging. So his auntie came over yesterday, and we had a look at how to set up the messaging, and we did notice that it's synced across all of her contacts. So if you're not careful, phone up people. So there's a few people on their contacts that obviously we didn't want to get involved with. You can see if I can show you. That's the phone interface. Now I'm using my phone to record this, so if I went through, then you'll probably get cut off. You have a cool little note. I don't know if you can see that, to draw with, which is quite fun. You can change different colours. So you can have, there's a lot of, you know, play activity on it. I must admit, my first thoughts when he got it was, it's amazing. Actually spending the time going through it, it isn't all that I thought it would be. So that's a bit of a shame. Whether it's because I expected too much. You know, I know Kurio, I know the brand. I had 2 Kurio tablets in the house, and they've been fantastic. You know, it's great for parental and keeping an eye on everything that they get up to. Not many brands are so hot on the parental side of it, whereas this Kurio, they are, and the tablets have always been fantastic. We've totally upgraded the tablets now, so they don't. Arthur now has the Kurio 7S tablet, which I believe now has been discontinued, which you should know, by the way, because it is a fab tablet. And this is fab. It has a fit guide on it, so you can, I don't know, see if I can get it, yeah. So see if we can get moving. Timer will start soon. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So let's move it around, and it counts all your steps, the speed and the distance that you've walked. So it'll be great for going out and about. Now I wouldn't use the watch. I wouldn't let him take it on a school trip. It's too big, and obviously with the apps that are involved, it's more like a little tablet on your wrist. rather than a watch. So he won't be taking it to school or school trips or anything, but to have around the house, if he was going to go to a friend's house, then it could be quite fun. A selfie camera, so there is a small camera, which I don't know if you can see, it's about there. And you can get different filters, so he's currently got the scuba filter on, which is quite, take a photo with a bandana with dreadlocks. Oh, and a beard, didn't see that there. So it is, you know, it is for children, it is fab. You can add little reminders. So having another play about with it, there's an app called Air Music. You can choose different instruments, so you have free play. So you've got electric guitar, drums, classic guitar, a beatbox, and you just shake it, which is quite fun. Jack's had a lot of fun playing with that. There's also a sport challenge, so obviously it helps him get active. His country, which is China. I'll do it, Susie. So I'm assuming just jump, tells you what to do. There is a calendar, and it has the date circled in blue, which is quite actually hard to see, but I suppose if you look at it, you can distinguish it. You'll probably be able to change the colour as well, but I'm not quite sure if you can, so don't hold me to that. There's a timer, a stopwatch and an alarm, which are always quite handy. I don't know if you can see. My push phone, sorry. And a calculator. I've set up the messaging as best as I can do. I'm going to look into that. So it's currently synced to two Samsung Galaxies. So one's mine and one's his auntie's. So when you sync up through Bluetooth and pair, it automatically sends a message from the watch to the phone saying hi. And then I can't, this is where I'm struggling, because I can't find a keyboard interface to be able to type out a message back to say hello back. You can, however, I was saying it's thingy, bring up a notepad and you can draw and you can send that. In order to get this to work, the parent has to download an app, and it's a Kurio messaging app. That's the only way that you can return your messages back to the child. Making calls. So you can call, you have the option to come up for a local call or a BT call. So I've not actually had the local call come up. So I'm not quite sure what circumstances you would need to have the local call come up. Overall, for, you know, Jack is 7. So he's within the age category of the watch. He loves it. When he's not playing his tablet, he's playing on the watch. The fact you can personalise it, you know, you can add different background interfaces. Even, you know, the actual app background changes, so, you know, it looks a bit like instructions. So yeah, so you get given, I haven't got the box, I don't know what's happened to the box. Christmas madness has probably been thrown away, but we have kept the user manual. So the user manual is this, and it does go through the apps in the game. So the apps, it says that you've got, right, okay, so you've got Snake, Tic-Tac-Toe, Pirates Battle, Ninja Roll, Air Music, Sport Challenge, an activity tracker, a voice translator. Oh, see, yeah, the voice translator. So during this Twitter party, it came about that it has this voice translator on it. So if you go to a different country, so like we don't go on holiday abroad, so there probably isn't so much of a need for us to have this yet. But if you were to go abroad and you took the Kurio watch with you, it has different catchphrases. So it has like hello, goodbye, yes, no, cool, what's your name, how are you, I'm fine, I love it, it's rubbish. So if we go and find hello, because everyone says hello when they go away, you have the option of having it spoken in French, American, English, German, Spanish, Dutch, Danish, Swedish, Finnish, Norwegian, that's quite a bit in there, Italian, Russian and Chinese.
добрый день. 你好.
So, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this.
добрый день. 你好. Zao.
There's Finnish.
Terve.
No.
Hi.
Hi, Norwegian.
Hi. Hi. Hey.
So that's quite fun, you know. You can choose different languages. So you've got French, French, American, English and German. So if we go for French, I know a little bit of French. So you've got the list of different phrases already. So hello, goodbye, yes, no. So let's see how many you can do.
Où sont les toilettes?
Where's the toilet? Because everyone's going to need to know that phrase.
Où vas-tu?
Where are you going? So it's actually quite comprehensive. You know, got numbers 1 to 10. You've got the days of the week. You've got French, English, American,
Espagnol.
Spanish, German. So I suppose if you went somewhere, I do speak. And you've got different countries. So that's quite, you know, it's quite interesting, quite fun. It's if your child's learning a language, it's always handy, you know, to have as a little backup if you're not quite sure what somebody's saying. But yeah, that's quite fun. And when I saw about that on the Twitter party, I did think, you know what, I'm gonna have lots of fun playing with that. Jack might not so much yet, but he will. So the other things you have are the photo editor, which you can add your different frames and things, like I was saying with the scuba mask. You can do drawing, messaging, the emergency app. So when you set up the phone, you have the option to set up a in case of an emergency app, so like ice. So if your child goes out and about, it's always handy. You know, get into an accident, you know, you can set it up and have your child's blood group, name, date of birth, and you can set up an emergency contact number so you know they'll be able to get in contact with you. We've tried doing this. We don't know Jack's blood type. It's not something that's told to you anymore unless obviously you need it. So because we don't know it, we can't actually go through and set up the ice, which is quite gutting really, because I thought that might be handy. So whether you can bypass it, I need to have a quick look into that, I suppose. But at the moment, Mark had a go at playing with it, and he said that obviously because we don't know Jack's blood type, we can't set it up. But at the moment, he won't be going anywhere without us. Yet he's not old enough to go out and play on his own. So at the moment, that isn't an issue too much. But we'll have a play and we'll see whether we can get that added. So in the instructions, it obviously got the list and tells you how to change the watch face, change the theme, navigation, what's in the settings. The settings you can add your Bluetooth, and you can factory reset everything so you can start it all over again. And with the watch, so we've only got the one watch, which is a bit of a shame, because I'm sure Oliver, he's 5, but I'm sure he would love one of these. And you can set it up as a 2-player, so they can play games as their messages to each other, which I know he would absolutely love this. The watch comes in different colours, so in England, and it is blue and pink. You can have purple, but I believe that's only America at the moment. But pink's one of his favourite colours, so it'd be quite cool to distinguish the both. I do like it. The more I'm playing around with it, I do like it. The more I'm playing around with it, the more I'm finding little things, and I'm liking it more and more. I think I just need to sit and have a good old play with it. My expectations were set quite highly, and that's probably more to do with the fact because I know the brand struggling to set up the messaging. It wasn't what I expected it to be. I don't know why I expected it to work on its own like a phone, but as you can't actually add in a SIM card, I don't know why I thought that. You can add an SD memory card. It's a micro card. So you can increase the space. So there's a little SD slot there. So you can increase the space and adds more memory. So if you're taking photos, storing things, music, because there's a music player on there, and then that would work. I just sync it up with my phone, and then next thing I know, Adele's playing. So I was just like, okay. And obviously that's picked up on my music player. To me, the watch is literally just like a Bluetooth headset, in the sense that you make phone calls from your phone, but the speaker comes through the watch. Music, you set it up on your phone, it comes through the watch. You can file transfer across, so you can plug it into the laptop or the computer, and you can file across different music. So they can actually play it direct from the watch. We've not done that yet, Christmas was only a couple of days ago. But it is a fab watch. At the moment, it's on offer. I've seen it around for like £60, which is a bit of a bargain. It is retailing around 80. And I would get one for Oliver. So it's, it isn't fair for my expectations to have been so high. So overall, Jack loves it, and obviously he's the main person who's going to enjoy it. That's Jack, and he doesn't have a bad word to say about it. So as long as he's happy, we're happy, and that's kind of how it goes. So yeah, thank you for watching.